Today I'm going to be fixing my raspberry row and putting in some cane support, so stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host Jerry Hansen, and we're in the gardening series on the Homestead. Today I am building cane supports for my raspberries. What I'm doing is I'm referring to this Better Homes and Garden planting book, and it tells me I only need to get wire support 3 feet off the ground, and the canes will grow up to 5 feet tall, and I can get a better crop of raspberries. So, you know, like the sunshine and the air can circulate around the canes, and it also teaches me how to prune these suckers. So I've had these in the ground for 2 years now. They've taken root. I've collected some raspberries last year, but this year we're going to go through and we're going to thin them and then run them all the way down a row. And so I'm going to use my post hole digger and dig a couple of holes. And I also resourced 2 of these odd-sized 4x4 posts off the farm. Didn't know what I was going to use them for, but now I know. We're going to resource them right here in the raspberry bed, so let's go. Every rancher should have a PhD, a post hole digger. So I'm digging this hole about 1.5 feet deep. Okay, once I have the holes dug, I'm going to go ahead and set in the 4x4 posts, and then I'm going to go over and mix me up some cement, and we're going to cement this stuff into the ground. Once we get the cement poured and mixed into the holes, we're going to let it set and dry. Meanwhile, we're going to cut a couple of boards. Now these boards are going to set 3 feet off the ground as per the instructions from the book that I have. And then I'm going to make these boards 2 feet long each. We're going to get 2 of them. And once I get them cut, we're going to come over and we're going to screw them. I'm using 5 screws, and we're going to screw them to the outside edge of each 4x4 posts. And we're going to center them. Once I get them screwed on and centered, then I'm going to go ahead and tap in some pre-tapped holes with a screw and my electric screwdriver. This will make it easier to put in the hooks and the eye hook. I have a package of 3 hooks, but I was short one. Looked in my resource bin and found this eye hook, so I was able to resource that. Now we're not going to screw these in all the way. We're going to just screw them in part way. Then we're going to go ahead and take some extra fencing wire that I have, and we're going to string these up and attach these to the eye hooks and the hooks. And then once these are set, we're just going to go ahead and leave it overnight before I actually tighten these eye hooks, because we'll continue screwing them in, which will tighten the wire, but I want the cement to set first when we do that. Now, it's not necessarily that these wires have to be taut, because this is not actually a load-bearing wire. It's just more of a guide for guiding your canes and supporting your canes as they grow up. My next chore is to continue putting the paper down and cover it with pine shavings so I can control my weeds. And then we're going to go ahead and remove some young canes up here and transplant them down here to expand my raspberry row. All of this material I was able to resource right off the farm. I didn't have to buy anything for this particular project. But it's an inexpensive project just the same to set in supports for your caned crops or caned fruit crops. My next task is to begin the process of pruning these and getting them trained up and thinning them along the ground. I'll do that in another video. I'm your host Jerry Hansen here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you guys for showing up and watching me on my journey on the Homestead gardening series on putting up supports for my canes of raspberries. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe. Leave a comment. I read all your comments, and follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, Google+, Blogger. So check out those, and also sharing our videos helps the channel immensely. I want to thank you guys for showing up. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. Be sure to check out these other videos here and this one right here. This will cue you in on some more adventures here on the homestead.